Hi, my name is Mary Beth Breidinger, and I am the Secretary for the City of Spencer American with Disabilities Council, ADA. We are a caring group of individuals who meet once a month to help the lives of those who have a disability. Most people already have or will have some kind of disability in their life. It's not always something that you can see or hear. Some disabilities are mild and some are severe. Some are physical and some are mental. Some people are born with their disability and some are the result of an accident. Today I'm going to introduce you to one of our ADA members, Rosie Osterberg, and ask her a few questions. And be sure to listen and you'll find that she is more like you than not like you. So Rosie, can you tell us how old you were when you lost your eyesight and what happened, what caused you to lose it?
It's kind of like a two-part question because I lost my sight in both my eyes, but at a different age. So I was probably 5 or 6 when I went to the DBS program, and we had gone outside that morning for recess. And we were either playing a couple of games, I don't know if anyone besides me or maybe a few older ones would remember, about drop the handkerchief or ring around the rosy. I'm not sure which one of the two we were playing, but during the process, a little boy accidentally hit me in the left eye with his elbow. Well, I think my folks waited a few days before they took me to Dr. Eddington here in Spencer. And he sent me to an eye specialist clear up in Niles, Michigan. He felt that he could help me. But so he gave my mom some eye drops to put in my eye. By the time the kindergarten year ended, I had lost the sight in that left eye. And what had actually happened was he told my mother that whatever hit it ruptured the pupil, the black part of your eye. I learned to live without the use of that eye all through grade school, and I went all the way through high school, which is the one eye, but my other eye, my right one, I lost in 1989. I was 47 years old, had 4 children, a husband, and was very active in church and in the community. And I was driving down Grand Avenue there by the former Super Value store. Well, all of a sudden, I saw 3 lights, not 1 light, 3 light poles. And I knew that wasn't normal. So I went to a eye doctor here in Spencer, and he had me do eye drops. He put steroid eye drops in my eyes. All of a sudden one day, when I was there at my desk, it was all black. I couldn't see a thing for almost, I would say, 30 seconds to a minute. Well, this kept going on for almost a week. Well, come to find out, what the steroids had done was they had caused medicine-induced glaucoma. From then on, that eye just got continually worse. And in 1997, I had developed a cataract. Well, Dr. Bobble said, Rosamay, he said, if you go to Rochester, he said, they will take care of the cataract and also the glaucoma surgery. Well, unfortunately, when I left Rochester after the cataract surgery, I could not see to read at all. That was the last time I read before I went there. My teachers at Lincoln School would not let me play baseball. They would not, or softball. They wouldn't let me play basketball. The kids were always afraid of me. They seemed to back off from being friendly because my eye looked so bad. Because the black was broke, and so it just did not have any, it didn't look like an eye, And so in high school, it continued. Miss Dowell, the PE teacher, would not let me play basketball, which I wanted to do so badly. And she wouldn't let me do softball. She kept me from playing volleyball. So I did a lot of sitting for PE classes. And the high school kids were probably not any better than what the kids were in grade school. I mean, they just kind of left me off to myself. And I really was kind of like an introvert. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was very self-conscious of that eye. And I would back off from doing many things, but I did get involved in Future Nurses Club and Future Homemakers Club, and so I did try Girl Scouts, and brownies, so I did try. I left Spencer in 1959 after graduation and headed to San Antonio, Texas, and I was going to go to nursing training there at Baptist Memorial Hospital. The administrator to the nursing school called me into her office, and she said, Rosamie, she said, you will not be able to go on the floor to do any nursing next year until you do something with your eye. Now today that would be called what? Discrimination. But it wasn't back then, and she got by with it. And so I found a doctor there that was right close to the hospital, Dr. Lee, and he said, I can help you. November 21st of 1959, I went into the hospital there at Baptist Memorial, and my eye was taken or removed. And I was able to see, with my right eye real good, but when I had that prosthesis put in my left eye where the socket was, I was a different person. I totally changed. My whole personality changed. I mean, I'm outgoing now, but I wasn't before that. My favorite that I have is a talking computer. It does allow me, Mary Beth, that I maybe can learn how to Zoom in to a meeting. And I'm just getting I'm learning how to do like websites so that I can listen to speakers and learn more things. But that's my way that I communicate with the world, is through that computer. I had 3 heart attacks. So what I have is a lot of heart medicines. And so this is called script talk. Then when they do my scripts in the bottle, they put a little label on the bottom of the bottle. And then you lay this over here, you turn it on, and you put your bottle on this little part here, and it will tell you what the medicine is. It will tell you what the dose is. It'll tell you how many times you need to take it. This is so a blind person won't burn their fingers. If you notice, this one has a little hook on it like this. That is for you to put into your oven on the grate and pull it out. Whoops, right there it is. Right here is the hook. You put that in, and when you pull it out, and then when you push it back in, then you use this on the edge of it. Okay. So it really works pretty neat. These measuring cups, can you tell that they're marked? Now they're not marked by letters. Can you see the edge of it? The edge of it has a notch in it. 1, 2, 3. So that's a third. I just love these things because my other ones I was using, I would write on them with a marker. Well, after you wash them so many times, it's gone. This cane is what you call it's used for cane travel. And I'm going to just get up just for a few seconds, and I'm going to hit the side of Mary Beth's chair. Now, when I hear that hitting, I can tell that I'm not, walking on grass. Or I can tell I'm on the sidewalk because it will make the clicking sound. And that is how I learned to travel. That was in 1990. They came up from Des Moines, from the Department for the Blind, and they walked me all over West 4th Street, where I live out there. I walked in the cemetery hours upon hours, learning how to travel with that cane. And so when my question was asked, how do you travel? That's how you travel. But I also travel by plane, in car. So one thing that's funny is my helpers that come to help me know, if they don't know Spencer, I can still tell them how to get there. So we joke, the blind girl is telling us where to go. It is really nice to have someone help me in the grocery store. I always told the children, I said, if you see me struggling to find something in the store, come over and just say, may I help you? And I'll let you help me find it. I brought my accordion today. Now, I started taking accordion lessons when I was about 12 years old from a Mr. Frick who lived over on the east side of town. And he had a deal in the paper, and he said that he would give free accordion lessons for 6 weeks, okay? I was already playing the piano at that time, had been playing the piano since I was 7 or 8. So I took him up, my mom took him up on it, and the accordion wasn't this big. It was only probably about this size. It was just a little 12 bass accordion. So on this side, it only had 12 keys, where this one has 120. Well, I guess God must have been with me because I went through that book in less than 6 weeks. And he felt bad, and he said, no, I'm going to keep my part of the bargain. He said, you will take accordion lessons for 6 weeks. So what he did was taught me how to improvise and change certain keys so that I didn't have to use this. So I didn't have to have a 120 bass accordion. I could still play on that 12 bass. So I credit that with how I can play this thing. But anyway, when I was 12 years old, the pastor at the Assembly of God Church had someone come up from Sioux City, and my folks bought me this accordion. So this accordion is, I'm 79, so it is 60 years old.
Wow.
And still plays very good.
Good.
I've had to have it fixed a few times, but it still works. And I thought that the kids might enjoy listening to that just for something different. So I went from playing a 12 bass accordion, which is 12 buttons down here, to playing with a 120 buttons. And you probably think, how is that possible? Well, you learn how to do it. And there's minor keys over here on this bass clef. There are major keys, and there are 7th keys, like you would have a G7th in your song.